Hey folks, it's John with Ozarks Backroads with you today. We're out in the woods. We're back in north central Arkansas, and we've been out on on top of a big bluff. It's a place called Chicken Head Wall. It's supposed to be an attraction. I guess they like to, rock climbers, free climbers like to go up and down these bluffs. It's a big one. We got some footage of that and some pictures. We'll take a look at those. It's a pretty cool spot. We got the V-Strom with us. It's all loaded up with all of our camping gear. We're headed to my favorite camp ground there at Jasper, Arkansas. Right now we're going to head off Mount Judah, off a pass, and I'll take you along for the ride. It's a mighty twisty one. We'll take a look at that on our way to Jasper, to our campground. So stick around. We're going to take a ride on this V-Strom. So we're just starting off the mountain here, down through these switchbacks. We'll take a look at those. Beautiful scenery down through here. All right, there's a view off the mountain. So we're up pretty high. We're about 2,000 feet there on top, and we're going down to about 1,000 feet at the bottom. So that makes for a pretty good hill to ride down. Not too bad. Nothing big and major, but it's the best we got around these parts. Yeah, this is just beautiful country over here in this part of Arkansas. We're about 3 hours from the world headquarters here, so it's just not even a half a day ride to get here. Yeah, I can get up early. I got up this morning, hit the road, got over here, had lunch, and then spent the afternoon running around out in the woods and riding in the mountains. So it's time to go make camp, check in at the campground, get camp set up, get all this crap off of this bike. Man, this camping gear makes it awful difficult to, that thing was almost too long to stay in his lane there. Makes it really difficult to throw the bike around with all this high weight on this bike. I don't like it. All right, here's one right here. And going down's easy. You can just kind of let off the gas and it'll just coast down around the corner. A little different when you're coming up this thing. You gotta keep some go on it. Man. Whoever built this road was definitely getting paid by the mile. They put as much road in it as they could. We've made it to Jasper, Arkansas. We're going to go to our campground now, see if we can get a spot. Actually, I know I can get a spot because I reserved one. And this is it here, Dogwood Springs. It's not new or fancy, but you know, it's good enough. It's got a decent showers and electricity and decent pads to put your tent on. That's really all I require. And it's in the shade. Got all the mosquitoes you could want. I mean, it's almost perfect. "36" is right there. All right, we're here, home sweet home. Well, we're out in the woods again. Our second day down here in Newton County. I'm just following some forest roads and stuff. We're in the Ozark National Forest. Pretty nice area. I stopped here at a little creek crossing. A really beautiful little spot right here. We got the mighty V-Strom down here in the woods with us, and we're going to run some trails today and see what we can find. It's nothing but massive boulders. Some big ones. Pretty good that way though. Looks like the, I don't know why there's big boulders here and all the way down through there. Look at those things. Those are huge down there. That's pretty sweet. All right. Let's continue forward. Briar bush hanging out in the road there, trying to get a hold of me. Okay, here's an old house place. We'll take a look at this. This is an old house. Used to be, it's a log. Originally it was a log house, and they've sided over the logs with various types of siding. This side had some lap siding added over the logs to kind of seal it up. And then over on this side of the house, they just went over the logs with some rough sawn oak. Probably cut locally and sawed locally. But you can see some of the original log construction, the joinery there, underneath some of that. So this house has been here a long time. I'm sure this was back in the 1800s when it was originally built. Looks like it's been added on to several times probably in its life. I believe this end here, there's a bedroom, and I'm not sure what's in the back, but it looks like it was an addition. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We've got some old structures over here, some old sheds that are on their way down, some pole barn type construction. Those are probably quite a bit newer than this original house over here. This is just pretty cool. And then here's the inside. I'm not going to go in. The floor is just really bad. But there's some old furniture in here, and you can see they've plastered over the walls and stuff with boards. And there in that window you can see where they've, maybe at one time they covered that window up. You can see some of the old construction, the logs there underneath. In between. Pretty cool old house. It's crooked as a dog's hind leg, but it's in rough shape. Pretty neat little time capsule right here. We had a pretty good look at this old house this old log house that's been sided over and added on to and modified throughout its lifetime. We're going to continue on down the road here and see what else Newton County's got to offer. We're getting back in the sticks now, getting into some cool stuff. I like these old houses and log houses and barns and stuff. Might find something else pretty neat down here. So we're getting on a pretty good goat trail here down in some old history of Newton County. That old house there's been there a very long time. I'm sure it was back in the 1800s when it was built as a log house. Looks like it'd been added on to several times, different renovations. They finally sided over the logs, tried to make it look like a conventional home. Now the logs are showing back through. It's starting to come apart. If this doesn't make you start listening for banjo music, I don't know what will. We are out in it here. This is just beautiful. I really expect to see Burt Reynolds with a bow just any second. Man, this little motor is just perfect for this kind of stuff right here. It's just chugs and chugs and pull you right up anything. Super slow and easy, no problem. I like that. I'm pretty slow and easy. I don't get in a rush about anything. Here's an old place here. That's a log building. We got to stop. Well, here's a look at this old log building here. Looks like there was another building right here. This is the old foundation of something. They stacked up rock, built them a foundation, had like a root cellar or a basement in it maybe, and then a house on top. That's gone, probably burnt. The old original, probably the original structure, the log house, is still here. And it's not as well built as the last one we looked at. You can tell by the way the logs are joined. Pretty crude method. But it's probably been here a day or two. It's got a modern aluminum window in it, so somebody was living in it, you know, 60s or 70s, or I don't know how late. But it's on a rock stacked foundation. It's got aluminum window. Looks like it's got a cellar underneath it. The old fireplace. That's pretty cool. We're going to continue on. There's an old shed or something there. Got a pretty steep hill right here to get up. Another old building, sitting on stones. Pretty cool area. I'm not going to walk around this guy's yard looking at his old shed. Yeah, this is quite a route here through the Ozark National Forest. I got a lot of old stuff in here. Here's an old building here. Old house, I guess. It's a combination of barn and house. It looks like it was built as a barn, maybe converted into a house. It looks to be a log structure that's, well, it was covered up with rough sawn oak vertically up and down. And then I see it's got old masonite siding on it from the 50s. So that house has been through a lot of changes, but it may have started life as a barn, I'm not sure. It's definitely built like a barn, an old barn. Looks like I've gone about 25 miles, 22 miles. And it's taken me over 2 hours to get 22 miles. All the stopping and taking pictures and easing along. But I've got nowhere to be and all day to get there. Actually, I got 3 days to get there, so I guess I can piddle fart around all I want.